Alright, today we are doing simplifying cube roots. Yesterday we did square roots. Today we're doing cube roots. It's all the same steps. The only difference is, just like when we learn radicals, we know whatever this little number is here, that's how many sets you're looking for. Like yesterday's square root, we were looking for pairs so they could leave from under the radical. Today we have to look for trios. Remember, I used to ask, are we looking for pairs, trios, quadruplets, blah, blah, blah. Today, every single time when it's simplifying cube roots, we look for trios, okay? So it's the same steps. We're going to take the number, we're going to do a couple together, and then you'll do the rest of the worksheet. And it's multiple choice. I try to make it a little bit easier. All right? So, number one, we have the cube root of 375, x to the 6th, y to the 1st. So same thing, take the number, go in the calculator, or however you figure out the factors. Type in menu 23 on the Nspire. It should be factor menu 23. I'm doing it as well. Factor 375. You type it in, then you hit enter, and this is what pops up. You get 3 times 5 to the 3rd. Okay? Now we're going to rewrite everything. So it's 3 times 5 times 5 times 5. Now we have to add the letters. Times x times x times x times x times x, and then finally times y. So we see it's pretty long. Remember, in cube roots, we're looking for trios. If there's trios, 3 sets of the same thing, they get to leave from up under here. They get to leave the quote-unquote house. All right? So let's look. This 3 right here, does it have a trio? Does it have a trio with it? Nope. This 5, does it have 2 partners? Yes. We circle it. They get to leave the house. This x, it does. And we look here, this x does. So they get to leave, and they get to leave. The 3 cannot, but it doesn't disappear, and the y cannot, but it doesn't disappear. So on the outside, remember, for each trio, we just write it once. So 5, there was one trio. There was an x of trios and another x of trios. Okay? I know I'm all over the board, but remember, we're still doing number 1. I'm going to continue over here. So we have 5 times x on the outside, which is 5x squared. That's simple. Then under the cube root, remember, it's a cube root. Don't forget to write the little 3. If you see over here, I did. Write that little 3. So under the cube root is still that 3 and still that y. So that's our answer. Let's see. Is it A? Nope. B? 5x squared cube root 3y. Yep, it's B. And that's it. Remember, same things as yesterday. The only difference is we're looking for trios, okay? So on the test, if there's no number, it's a square root. You're looking for partners. If there's a little 3, then you know you're looking for trios, all right? I shouldn't have to do more than just one more. I feel like y'all got this. We've been doing radicals for a while now. Y'all are pretty good at this, okay? So let's just do number 2, and I'm going to finish it up so I don't take up too much of your time. So cube root of 512, x to the 7th, y to the 6th. So again, menu 23, type in 512. I should know what that is. It is 2 to the 9th. 2 to the 9th. Keep that in mind, okay? So when we rewrite it, it's going to be pretty long. Cube root. I'm just going to do it like that because I know it's going to be long. Cube root 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. What's that? 6 times 2 times 2 times 2. Now we got to write all the x's and y's, okay? Times x, 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 x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then now the 6 y's times y, 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 and y. Perfect. Okay? Then from here, we're looking for trios. We see the 3 2's. Those can go outside. We see the next 3 of 2's. And we see the next trio of 2's. So 1, 2, 3, they can all go. Now let's look at the letters, the variables. There's a set of 3. There's another set of 3. This is by itself. All right? Then let's look at the y's. There's a set of trios, and there's another set of trios. So everything gets to leave except one x. All right, so let's figure out what's on the outside. But because it's multiple choice, we can easily just look at the answer choices. If there's only an x under the cube root, we know the answer is C. But I want to finish it out the correct way. All right, so outside here is one trio of two, another trio of two, and another trio of two times one trio of x times another trio of x times a trio of y times another trio of y. Okay? From there, let's combine that all. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So 8, and then x squared, y squared, and then the cube root of x. And we see that is C. And that's it. Remember, menu 2, 3, type the number in, only the number, don't do the variables. See what you get. We got 2 to the 9th, then we got to write it out. 2 times 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 2. I think that's 9 times. Then you write out the variables as well. This one had x to the 7th, that's a lot, and y to the 6th, that's a lot as well. Then because it's cube root, you're looking for trios. If you have trios, they get to leave from under the house, and whatever you're left with under the cube root stays. So the only thing that was stuck here was this one little x. He's all alone. Okay, everything else got to leave. Then we wrote one set for each trio. Then we just combined them. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. X squared, y squared, and we're done. The answer is C. Okay, finish the rest of the worksheet. Shouldn't be too bad.